All right, everybody, it is our penultimate day together on this week. That sounded auspicious to start. It's the penultimate day, as if there'd never be other days after this. It's not, but this is the 5th day of our 6 days together as we look at 6 do's and don'ts of the gap, the distance between God's promise and the fulfillment of the promise. And I'm going to give you another don't today. Don't assume that God has to show up the way that you expect. All of us do. Sometimes God gives us a promise, and in our own minds, we start to translate what that means. It's going to look like this. It's going to be on this timeline. It's going to mean this. It's going to mean that. God says, I'm going to take care of you. I want you to go do this thing. And you go, okay, that means my house is going to sell within 2 weeks and it's going to be at this price and this is going to happen and that's going to happen. And then it doesn't start to happen that way. And you go, God hasn't fulfilled the promise. But the truth is, what God promised is he's going to take this to you to this place and provide for you. You assumed a lot about that. You see that with Abraham and Sarah as God said, hey, you're going to have a child. And how could this be? No, you can't show up that way. I can't have a child anymore. You can't do this. You can't do that. You won't do this. You will do that. And God's like, my ways are not your ways. My thoughts are not your thoughts. So stop hemming God in to your view of how he has to show up for you. Instead, pursue his promise and open yourself up to seeing God move in a way that you don't expect. It's amazing to me, all of the ways when I look back that God was moving and I didn't even recognize it. It wasn't even until I looked back did I realize that was God. So, don't assume God has to move the way you expect him to move. God bless you.